Hey guys, it's me, Tequila Denise, and I'm back with another video. Today, I wanted to bring you a video that's long overdue, and this is basically the paperwork and the process that you'll go through, like when traveling abroad or when you're getting ready to work overseas. Um, Many people have questions about what to do. Most of them are very confused. Sometimes you might get a school that's not so informative and they're not that helpful, and they'll just tell you to go to a website. So I thought that it would be really nice to just give you like just a start as to what you would need. So I made a little list here of all the things. Of course, I work in Kuwait, so what we need in Kuwait might vary just slightly from what you will need. So you will have to follow up with your HR about certain things, but this was just like the gist of things that you will need. Everyone has to go through get medicals done, and when I say medicals, I mean you have to get certain tests done for your particular country. So for Kuwait, we had to get hepatitis B, hepatitis C, HIV, malaria. We had to have also a TB skin test done. So those were the tests that we had to go through: hepatitis B, C, HIV, the TB skin test, and malaria. And there was one other one, I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, those are the tests. So you have to do that, and you have to keep in mind, I think your test shouldn't be no more than 6 months old or out. So try to get it done, like I would say within a 90-day window before leaving, so that way everything is fresh and they can't like try to dispute like results, or is everything still valid or whatever. So that's your medicals. You have to do a background check, and this also has a timeline. So you don't want to do it early, being proactive. You have to do it like within a window, and the background check has to go through it has to be a federal background check. It can't be a state background check where you just go to like your city and you check, or for your state, but it has to be done like nationwide, like wherever you're from. So once you get the background check done, that should be like within a 90-day window. So you'll have that with your documents. You also have to get your college degree or degrees, depending on your level of education. You have to get those first notarized and stamped by your state. So I'm from Texas. So here is, this is my graduate degree, but here's my undergraduate degree. So with my undergraduate degree, I had to get it notarized. I just hand wrote. It's very simple, and got it stamped and notarized by a friend. Then once you take it to your state, the state will type up a document like this. It'll be on official letterhead from your state. And then after you do that, then you have to send it to DC. Well, they have a mailing address. If you mail it in, it's to Virginia. You can go online and just type in Authentications DC, and they'll have like an address for that. So wait, give me 1 second. I actually think I have that. Give me 1 second. Okay, so here's all the information for where you will send your documents once you send them to DC, okay? And DC is going to do this part here. So this is going to basically be your next to last step as far as getting your documents complete. So you can either take it in if you live in the area. This is the physical address of where you will take the documents. And from my understanding, it usually there's like a 3-day, I believe, turnaround for that. And you have to be careful because the walk-in hours are really funny. It's like 8 to 9. So you can't just walk in there anytime between like 8 and 5 like a regular job. It's like you go between like 8 and 9, and they only do walk-ins like within that hour. So you have to be on target with that. So this is the physical address. And if you're, say you live in another state like Arizona or somewhere, Phoenix, Arizona, or, you know, like I'm in Dallas, Texas, or wherever, then you can mail it in to this particular address. Okay, so this is where you would mail it. And if you had any questions about it, then you would call this number here. Okay. So with all the documents that you submit to for authentication to DC/Virginia, There's a form you have to attach to it. It's called a DS4194, and you probably could find that online, and this is the number here in the corner of this paper. So it's called a DS4194, okay? So those two letters and those 4 digits, that right there is where you the form you'll need, and you'll just fill that out, and it just says who is it for, what's the return address. So once you mail it all in, you have to also submit a self return envelope. So you have to also pay for it to be returned, of course. So that's that. So this is what it looks like. Once you have your degrees and your transcripts bonded by the United States of America here, and it it's embossed right here. You really can't, you can feel it, but more so than you can see it, I guess. But at any rate, once this is done, then you can send it to the embassy for the country that you are applying for. So for example, I was applying for Kuwait, so I sent all of this, like once I got everything all together, my medicals, my FBI check, you know, and this of course is probably, you would want to do this within 2 months or so. Within 1 or 2 months, you want to have everything together, gather everything, all your documents. And also now in Kuwait, they're wanting a high school diploma, so that's something I'm doing separate. But you will get all of these things together, your diploma, your medicals, your background check, your transcripts, and also your handy dandy passport. You have to have this ready. You will send your passport. I felt uncomfortable about it, but you send your passport to the country's embassy. For me, we don't have a Kuwait embassy in Texas. So for people in Texas going to Kuwait to work overseas, we have to send our things to Los Angeles, California. So there's an embassy there, and what they do is they take all of our documents, they review everything, and then they'll put a stamp here. Wait. Oh, here, I put like a little stamp and then a sticker, and they date it. So that just says, okay, yes, this is good. This has been, you know, reviewed, and everything is good. So you have to do that. Once you do that, and they'll give you like a little sticker within your passport, and it looks like this. It's called a residency sticker. Where is it? You'll get something like this. This is for Kuwait, guys. And then you'll get something like this. Okay? And this right here is your residency sticker. Okay? So, and that's basically it. Oh, one other thing. The school will send you something called an NOC. It's something to do with, oh God, I forget what the acronym stands for. But once you get the NOC, then that's when you would send all these things, because then the embassy knows that you're being hired for work. So this is like a work visa. All these documents are work related. So once you get that NOC, then you'll take the NOC with these things and your passport. Don't be afraid. You can send your passport, but make sure you do it like certified or priority mail. Don't just send it, you know, just in regular mail and look for it to come back. Like, be able to track it and know where your things are. So once you do that, they'll put the stickers and all the good things in your passport, and your school should give you a date as to when they will send for you, and just pack your belongings and be ready to fly out. So it's as simple as that. Medicals, background check, college degrees, transcripts, passport, and if you're coming to Kuwait now, they're wanting high school diplomas and transcripts. I think either or, they're taking either or now, because I'm working on just getting my high school diploma authenticated and, you know, bonded, like how I had to do these things here. There have been some, I don't know if it was some people coming with no degrees, but they had forged like paperwork from other countries or something. I don't know. So we're all having to go through like the new requirements and protocols as far as proving our level of education, so to speak. So, but anyway, that's all I have for now. If you have any additional questions, or you have something that you want me to answer, or any comments on something you'd like to see in the future, please just let me know. Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to tippity tap that subscribe button, And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Until then, be safe. Bye.